never breaking down. Keep it locked inside, don't make a sound. But I've been carrying weight I can't sustain, trading my truth just to hide the pain. No more masks, no more walls. Time to answer when my purpose calls. This is real talk, no filter, no facade. Man enough to face the truth, however hard. Breaking chains that held me back from who I am. Standing in my power with an open hand. Real talk, this is where we start. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough to lead with heart.
When was the last time that you let yourself be angry? And I mean truly angry. Not irritated, not frustrated, not passively aggressive, actually angry. The kind of anger that demands to be felt. The kind that rises up in your chest and it wants to roar. And when was the last time you swallowed that anger instead? Pushed it right on down. Told yourself it was not a big deal. Convince yourself that good men don't get angry, that real men keep it together, that expressing anger makes you dangerous, out of control, or just like the men who hurt you. So you've been swallowing it for years, maybe decades, every injustice, every betrayal, every time someone crossed your boundaries, every time you were disrespected, dismissed, or taken advantage of, you swallowed it all. And now it's eating you alive from the inside. I'm Angela R. Strong, and this is Man Enough Real Talk. Today we're talking about the anger that you're not allowed to feel. The rage that you've been suppressing because you've been told that anger is bad, that anger is dangerous, that anger makes you less of a man. But here's the truth. Your anger is information. Your anger is energy. Your anger is telling you that something is wrong and needs to change. And you have every right to feel it. The question isn't whether you should feel angry. The question is what you do with that anger. Do you suppress it until it turns into depression? Do you let it explode and hurt people? Or do you learn to channel it into something powerful? Let's talk about it. Let's start with why you learned that anger is bad. Maybe you grew up with an angry father. His rage was terrifying, unpredictable, dangerous. You learned that anger destroys things, that anger hurts people, that anger is something to be feared. So you made a promise to yourself. You'll never be like him. You'll never let your anger control you. You'll never let yourself feel what he felt. And that promise turned into suppression. You don't just control your anger, you bury it. And you pretend that it doesn't exist. Because feeling anger means becoming him. And you rather die than become him. Maybe you were punished for expressing anger as a kid. You got angry and you were told to go to your room, to calm down, to stop being dramatic, to control yourself. The message was clear. Your anger is unacceptable. Your anger is too much. Your anger makes you bad. So what did you do? You learned to hide it. To smile when you wanted to scream. To say you're fine when you're furious. To perform calm even when you're raging inside. Maybe you're a black man and you learned early that anger is perceived as a threat. That expressing anger could get you fired, arrested, or even killed. That you have to be twice as calm, twice as controlled, twice as non-threatening just to be seen as a human being. So your anger doesn't just get suppressed, it gets weaponized against you, used as evidence that you're dangerous. that you're out of control, that you're exactly what they feared. Maybe you're in a profession where anger is seen as weakness. Military, law enforcement, corporate leadership. You're supposed to be calm under pressure, rational, strategic. Anger is seen as losing control, as being emotional, as being unprofessional. So you've learned to compartmentalize, to detach, to function without feeling. And your anger gets locked away in a box that you never open. Or maybe you just internalize the message that society sends to men. Good men don't get angry. Real men keep it together. Strong men don't let emotions control them. Anger is weakness. Anger is failure. Anger is something to be ashamed of. So you've been performing strength by suppressing that anger. You've been proving you're a good man by never letting yourself feel the rage. You've been showing you're in control by denying one of the most fundamental human emotions. And here's what nobody told you. Suppressed anger doesn't just go away. It doesn't just disappear because you refuse to feel it. It goes somewhere, and where it goes is dangerous. Suppressed anger turns into depression. That heaviness that you feel, that numbness, that sense that nothing matters, that's not just sadness, that's anger turned inward. That's rage with nowhere to go, so it attacks you instead. Suppressed anger turns into anxiety, that constant tension, that feeling like something bad is about to happen, that hypervigilance. That's your body trying to manage the anger that you won't acknowledge. It's keeping you on high alert because the threat is internal, not external. Suppressed anger turns to physical illness, high blood pressure, heart disease, chronic pain, digestive issues. Your body's trying to process what your mind won't acknowledge, and it's breaking down under the weight of what you're carrying. Suppressed anger turns into explosions. You hold it together for months, years, and then one small thing happens, and you lose it. You rage at your kids over something minor. You blow up at your partner over nothing. You snap at a coworker. And then you feel ashamed because you proved what you feared, that your anger is dangerous, that you can't control it, that you're exactly what you promised that you would never be. But here's the truth. You didn't explode because you felt anger. You exploded because you suppressed it for so long that it had nowhere else to go. So let's talk about what anger actually is. Anger is not the enemy. Anger is information. Anger is your internal alarm system telling you that something is wrong, that your boundary was crossed, your value was disrespected, your trust was betrayed, your needs were ignored. Something unjust happened. Something needs to change. That's what anger's telling you. The problem isn't the anger. The problem is what you do with it. Do you suppress it and let it poison you from the inside? Do you explode and let it hurt people? Or do you listen to it and let it guide you toward necessary change? Let me break down what your anger might be telling you. Your anger might be telling you that your boundaries were violated. Someone crossed the line. Someone took advantage of you. Someone disrespected you. And instead of addressing it, you swallowed it. You told yourself, it's not that bad. You convinced yourself to let it go. But your anger is saying, that's not okay. That needs to be addressed. Your anger might be telling you that you're being taken for granted. You've been showing up, providing, sacrificing, giving, and nobody's acknowledging it. Nobody's appreciating it. Nobody's reciprocating, and you're exhausted. Your anger is saying you deserve to be valued. You deserve reciprocity. This isn't sustainable. Your anger might be telling you that you're living out of alignment with your values. You're doing work that doesn't matter to you. You in a relationship that doesn't honor you. You're living a life that doesn't reflect who you are. And every day you continue doing those things, the anger grows. Your anger is saying, this isn't who you are. This isn't what you were meant for. Something has to change. Your anger might be telling you that you witnessed or experienced injustice. You saw something wrong and nobody did anything about it. You were treated unfairly and nobody stood up for you. You've been carrying the weight of systemic oppression, discrimination, or abuse. Your anger is saying, this is not okay. This should not be the normal. This needs to be confronted. Your anger might be telling you that you're exhausted. You've been running on empty for far too long. You've been pushing through when you needed to rest. You've been giving when you had absolutely nothing left to give. And your anger is the last bit of energy that you have. Your anger is saying to you, stop, rest. You can't keep doing this. Your anger might be telling you that you're scared. Fear and anger are closely connected. When you feel powerless, when you feel threatened, when you feel out of control, anger shows up. Your anger is saying in those moments, I need to protect myself. I need to take back this control. I need to feel safe. Here's what I need you to understand. All of these messages are valid. All of these reasons for your anger are legitimate. You're not wrong for feeling angry. You're not bad for having this rage. You are a human being, and anger is a human response to violation, injustice, exhaustion, and fear. The question is not whether you should feel angry. The question is what you do with that anger. Do you let it control you? Do you suppress it until it destroys you, or do you channel it into something powerful? So how do you channel anger into power? First, you got to feel it. You have to feel it. You can't suppress it. Not explode with it. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Name it. I am angry. This is what I'm feeling, and this is valid because your feelings are valid. You don't have to act on it immediately. You don't have to do anything with it right now. You just need to stop pretending that it doesn't exist. Feel it in your body. Where does the anger live? Your chest, your jaw, your fist, your stomach. Wherever it is, notice it. Breathe into it. Let it be there without letting it control you. Second, you have to ask what it's telling you. What boundary was crossed? What value was violated? What need is not being met? What injustice occurred? What needs to change? Your anger has a message. You just have to listen to it. Don't just react to the emotion. Understand the information that it's giving you. Third, you have to decide what action is needed. Not reaction, action. Reaction is impulsive. Action is intentional. Reaction is driven by emotion, but action is guided by your values. Maybe the action is setting a boundary. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation. Maybe it's walking away from something that's not serving you. Maybe it's standing up for yourself or for someone else. Maybe it's making a change that you've been avoiding. Your anger gives you the energy to take action. So use it. Don't suppress it. Don't let it explode. Channel it into the change that needs to happen for you. Fourth, you have to express it in a healthy way. You can't just hold anger in your body indefinitely. You have to release it. But you have to release it in ways that don't hurt you or other people. Physical release, exercise, hit a punching bag, go for a run, lift some weights, move your body. Anger is energy. Give it somewhere to go. Verbal release, talk to somebody you trust, a therapist, a friend, a mentor. Say out loud what you're angry about. Get it out of your head and into the open. You will feel better. Creative release, you can write, draw, make music, create something. Channel the intensity of your anger into something productive. Don't just sit with it. Don't just sit there and think about it. Move it through your body and out. Fifth, you have to separate righteous anger from toxic anger. Not all anger is the same. Some anger is justified and some anger is protective. Some anger is the appropriate response to being violated or injustice happened. That's righteous anger. That's the anger that drives change. That's the anger that protects boundaries. That's the anger that says, this is not okay and I will not tolerate it. But some anger is toxic. Some anger is misdirected. Some anger is about control, not protection. Some anger is about punishing others for your pain. That's the anger that hurts people. That's the anger that destroys relationships. That's the anger you have to be honest about and address it. Ask yourself, is the anger protecting something important or is it trying to control something that I can't control? Is this anger driving me towards necessary change or is it keeping me stuck in bitterness and resentment? 6, you have to learn the difference between anger and rage. Anger is an emotion. Rage is anger that's been suppressed for so long that it becomes explosive. Anger can be channeled. Rage needs to be healed. If you're carrying rage, if you're one small trigger away from losing control, if your anger feels bigger than the situation warrants, you're not just dealing with current anger. You're dealing with years of suppressed anger that's been building. That rage needs professional support. That rage needs therapy. That rage needs to be processed, not just managed. Don't try to handle that alone. And finally, you have to give yourself permission to be angry. You have permission to feel rage. You have permission to acknowledge when something's not okay. You have permission to set boundaries. You have permission to demand respect, and you have the permission to stand up for yourself. Your anger doesn't make you a bad man. Your anger makes you human. And what you do with that anger determines whether it destroys you or empowers you. Let's do a power pause right now. Take a deep breath with me. In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 4. We're going to do that 2 more times, okay? In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 4. One more time. In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 4. Now, I want you to ask yourself one question, and I want you to be completely honest. What am I angry about that I've been pretending that I'm not? Just sit with that question and let the truth come up. You don't have to do anything with it right now. Just acknowledge it. Whatever came up, that's real. That anger is valid. And you have permission to feel it. So, brothers, your anger is not your enemy. Your anger is information. Your anger is energy. Your anger is telling you that something needs to change, and you have every right to feel it. The men who hurt people with their anger aren't the ones who feel it. They're the ones who suppress it until it explodes. They're the ones who never learn to channel it. They're the ones who let control of the anger control them instead of learning to direct it. And you don't have to be that man. You can feel your anger and channel it into power. You can acknowledge your rage and use it to protect what matters. You can be angry and still be a good man. Here's what I want you to do this week. First, I want you to acknowledge one thing that you're angry about that you've been suppressing. I want you to write it down, say it out loud, stop pretending that it's not there. Second, I want you to ask what that anger is telling you. What boundary was crossed? What value was violated? What needs to change? Listen to the message. And third, I want you to take one action. Set one boundary, have one conversation, make one change. Channel that anger into something that moves you forward. You can email me at angela@calibratedresilience.com. Tell me what you're angry about. Tell me what you've been suppressing. Tell me what you need to change. You don't have to have it figured out. You just have to be willing to feel it. Remember that suppressed anger turns into depression. Explosive anger hurts people, but channeled anger changes lives. Next week, I look forward to seeing you and having you to listen to the podcast. Until then, I want you to remember this. You have permission to be angry. You have permission to feel rage. And you have permission to channel that energy into the change that needs to happen. Your anger is not your enemy. It's your fuel. So before you go, I need you to do one more thing for me. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. If anything in today's episode hit different, if something made you pause, made you think about how you've really been operating, that's not a coincidence. That's your signal. So go to calibratedresilience.org and take the Calibrate Metrics assessment. It gives you a real number, your resilience index score from 0 to 100. No fluff, no guessing, just the truth about where you actually stand right now. And if you're ready to go deeper, from there, take the Caliber DNA assessment. That's where you discover your resilience archetype, the blueprint for how you're wired to handle pressure. So we can build you an operational plan that actually fits your life. Because I'm fine is not a strategy. It never was. And if you're ready to talk, go to calibratedresilience.com and book a call with me directly. And let's build your plan together. Now, I've got 2 free webinars that I want you in. The first one is called How to Stop Performing Fine and Actually Be Okay. If that title just called out to you, good. That link is in the comments. The second one is How Your Need to Please Everyone is Keeping You Trapped in Overwhelm. If you feel that in your chest, you already know you need to be there. That link's in the comment too. These webinars are free. So there's no excuse. Show up for yourself the way you show up for everybody else. And you can follow me on social so you never miss an episode or an event or information. Find me on Instagram at Angela_R_strong. Facebook, Angela R. Strong. TikTok, Angela Strong. Or you can just type in at Angela R. Strong. And LinkedIn, you can also find me on Angela R. Strong. I'm everywhere, so you can come find me. Stop guessing. Start calibrating. Find your true north. I'll see you next time. I'm Angela R. Strong, and this is Man Enough Real Talk.
Learned resilience in the fire and the fight. But real courage shows up in the quiet night. When I choose to feel instead of running away. When I speak my mind and mean what I say. No more silence, no more shame. Time to step into a different game. Real talk, no filter, no facade. Man enough to face the truth, however hard. Breaking chains to help me back from who I am. Standing in my power with an open hand. Real talk, this is where we start. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough to lead with heart. Stop, breathe, choose. The power's mine. Calibrated strength one day at a time. From chaos to clarity, I'm finding my way. This is my resilience, this is my day. This is real talk, raw and unafraid. Man enough to grow through every choice I've made right. Rising from the struggle into who I'm meant to be. Owning every scar, owning every star that set me free. Real talk, this is my art. Man enough to lead with heart. man enough. Real talk,